Good evening all. My name is Nick Lopez Cardozo. I'm the chair of the domain, the science domain. I'm happy to be back here on this podium, which I've been on very many times. It's so great to see all of you here. And judging from the buzz, you're enjoying yourself. Before we go on, you probably do not realize that for weeks some intense planning has been going on and a military operation has been carried out to make it possible for the 1,800 or so of you to have dinner tonight at the same time in the same space. I suppose we thank the organization of this establishment for that feat. It's every year a miracle. Then, the next half hour or so, the important physics prizes will be awarded. And this award ceremony is meaningful in a different way than other years, because in the new NWO, we will review the entire package we have of prizes, of awards in the different fields. So changes may be coming up. We will keep you posted. But please, it's extra special tonight. And those prizes, the 3 prizes, will be awarded, as always, by a special person who is a special interest for us and for these prizes. And this year, I should like to invite to the podium Margrethe Jonkman. Yes. Just to Margrethe Jonkman is Global Director R&D with Royal Friesland Campina, and she is the Vice Chair of the Domain of Applied and Technical Sciences, and she is a member of the Raad voor Natuur en Scheikunde. So she is in very many ways important for our field. And it's a great pleasure to hand the floor to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Nick, for your kind introduction. And for me, it's an honor to be here in such a room full of physics and to be part of the award ceremony. Before we go to the award ceremony, I would like to exchange with you a few of my thoughts about science and technology in the Netherlands. And I will use some examples of the company I work, Friesland Campina, so I thought it's maybe good to give you a short introduction about the company. Friesland Campina is one of the largest dairy cooperatives globally. It has a turnover of about 12 billion euro. And it's a Dutch-based cooperative. However, we export to many companies around the globe. So you might know us in the Netherlands from the Campina brand, but if you're from Indonesia, you might know Friesian Flag or Dutch Lady in Vietnam. So that's about Friesland Campina, and you see a whole range of our products on the slide. Now back to the subject, science, technology, R&D. If you think about that field, maybe first let's see if we have something in common together. If I look at science and technology, what do I love in the area where I work at? And the first thing always which pops to my mind when I talk about science technology is I like to explore new areas, to see what's not known, to discover things, maybe which ones are not obvious yet. And maybe it's good to remember for yourself what was the first time when you had that experience that you think, hey, that you thought, hey, that's new. I had it during my PhD. And I did my PhD on protein particles in ice cream. It's a very old photo, electron micrograph of more than 25 years ago, so a long time. And I thought I discovered something very new. I looked at protein particles at conditions at minus 18 degrees, and it looked completely different than to milk. So I thought, I really have something new. What does it mean? But to be honest, at the end, it was an artifact, and it turned up that this was the real situation. It's quite similar than in milk. So that's also science. Sometimes you don't find what you thought you find, but it's nice to explore and to discover. The second thing what I like very much is to apply it. And I will show you an example of Friesland Campina, of one of the innovations we did recently in the market. If you see it, you think, is there so much science behind? There is. What it is, it's for our restaurants in the Netherlands, in Europe, and it's a way to make a very good quality milk for your coffee. Milk is making your coffee nowadays. A cappuccino, a latte. But what makes the milk in your coffee? It's the quality of foam. And the quality of foam, to have it as at the left side, at the barista quality, in a high traffic location, for instance, if you go to a railway station, it's quite difficult. In Friesland Campina, we work a lot with membrane technology. So if you go to a factory, you will find membranes. They are used for separation milk stream and protein-rich streams, etc. However, we said, can you use a membrane in another way? If you think, for instance, at foams, why put why put milk through a membrane? Why can't you just put air through a membrane? And if you do that, you might make nice bubbles. So we explored it first on large scale, going to small scale, and at the end, this is what we delivered to the market, a very tiny system, very small scale membrane, but in such a way that the restaurant owner says, this is really great, because I get high quality, barista type of foam, 6 cappuccinos a minute, no cleaning, every temporary worker can do it. This is great. And we sell a lot, and our farmers at the end are very happy because the milk price is much better than for normal milk. And this is what I like, putting theory, science into practice. Another example, it's not only always when you make business, but it's also if you look at to society. Apply science to society to make people healthier, to give a good start for living. That's also an important area for us to add value, to see how can we apply it to infants, for instance, to get their immune system better. So that's what I love about science, about technology, and I hope at least the majority here shares it with me. But if you look at another angle at science and society, and we look at the Netherlands, and if you take into account what we all like, the passion we have for science, what are the areas where we could work on, what we can improve together? And there are, of course, many. You can make a whole list, but I chose 2 items I think we have to work on to make it better in the Netherlands. The first one is being excellent. This country is too small to do everything on your own. It is in the world, it's not the country which has the biggest amount to spend on research and development. So you have choices, and making choices is always difficult, not easy. Choices need to be made based on excellence. What is the best research we are doing here? And for a considerable part also based on the needs of society. Just know that I don't mean that 100% should be dedicated to the needs of society. Also a part should, of course, be blue sky research, curiosity-driven research. However, if we make choices, they should be based on excellence and where you can meet the needs of society in the short or mid-long term. And making choices is not only what we should do, not only what policymakers should do, but also what we can do as a research society. Be brave and look at what we are doing, how you can make choices, and choose these areas where we can be the best as the Netherlands. The second area, I think where we have to improve. The Netherlands is small. However, where we are good in, as such a small country, is working together. And we are quite good in. I travel quite a lot around the globe, and this is something unique in the Netherlands. Multidisciplinary. Between various disciplines, that's crucial. If you look at managed challenges we face, for instance in the Sustainable Development Goal, you can't solve it with one discipline. It's too difficult. You need many different disciplines to solve it. You need to work together between academics from different institutions, but also between academia and companies. And we love to work together. We love to learn from the academics. What are the new science popping up? What are new opportunities? And I hope you can learn from us what are our challenges and what's happened in practice. It's about learning together. And I strongly believe that diverse teams deliver the best results. We are good in it, but we can make it better. That's also why I'm very happy that in the new NWO strategy, the Nexus ambitions plays a very important role. However, we also can look what we can do ourselves to work better together. And maybe you are good in science, but you think, validation or working together with a company might be difficult. Ask a colleague. Because I think if you work together and ask other people to help you in the area, there are many people around who can bridge, who know as well from validation as know from excellent science. What we also should encourage together is that people work together. So not only sitting in nice meetings together in a gebruikerscommissie, what we call with TTW, but maybe also working together in the labs. That's what happened in the past, but nowadays I don't see it too much anymore. And I think that's an instrument which we could explore together if we can do it that way. So to conclude from my side, let's keep and let's flourish our passion on science and technology. Let's look for the unknown and let's validate. Let's see how we can do the validation on this topic. But also look together how we can become better in our field, how we can become excellent, dare to make choices based on excellence and the needs of society, and let's work together. That's also why I'm very happy to be here tonight to award the 3 NWO Physics Prizes. There are 3 prizes, and the NWO Valorisation Chapter Prize and the NWO Valorisation Prize. These ones will be awarded for the 10th time this year. So that's quite a special edition. And to celebrate this joyful event, we have a special pop-up, a business incubator in the Van Kempenzaal. So if you have not been there, please visit it and let's see how it can help you. And now it's time to start the award ceremony. We start first with the NWO Physics Thesis Award. This is the award for the best physics thesis of this year. It was established in 2010 with the aim of drawing attention to high-quality physics research by young researchers. The winner receives a sum of €10,000, which he is free to use as he wishes. If you look at this year's winners, its doctoral dissertation is called Taylor Couillette and Rayleigh Bernard Turbulence, the Role of Boundaries. What makes this PhD thesis so outstanding and breakthrough is that it has provided a classical problem in hydrodynamics, the asymptotic scaling law for turbulent flow. All results are written clearly and concisely in chapters that have already been published separate articles in prominent journals. Professor Detlef Lozer, his PhD supervisor, characterized the dissertation as a brilliant masterpiece that has opened an innovative and productive line of research. And the committee has endorsed this appraisal. And the winner is Xiaojue Zhu. Congratulations.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I can't begin to tell you how much I appreciate this great honor. There are many people that I would like to thank. First of all, I want to thank my PhD supervisors, Detlef Lozer and Roberto Vazzico. Detlef is the best mentor I have ever seen. I am really grateful that we have so many discussions during the years, both scientifically and personally. For example, through meetings in the office, iPad annotated PDFs of drafts, email exchanges, conferences, and dinners. Also, thank you for nominating me secretly, which is a great surprise for me, of course. Roberto, thank you for your sharpness, positiveness, and guidance. Many thanks to other faculties in the Physics of Fluids group in the University of Twente. People like Chao Sun, Richard Stevens, Sander Hausmann, Dominic Clark. Without your help, there wouldn't be a thesis like this. I'm also indebted to my family, my parents, my wife Lulu, and my 3-year-old daughter He He. Their continuous supports are vital for me. I was employed by NWO doing my PhD. Finally, I would like to thank NWO for providing me such a great platform. I really hope that one day I can come back and perform my research here again. Thank you very much.
The NWO Valorisation Chapter Prize. 10 years ago now, as a way to encourage PhD students to devote a chapter in their thesis to the valorization aspects of their research, NWO established the NWO Physics Valorisation Chapter Prize. It includes a sum of €5,000. This prize emphasizes the importance NWO attaches to valorization and aims to alert PhD students to opportunities for knowledge utilization. The winner's research focused on gaining a better understanding of the transport properties of topological isolators. In the process, he not only looked at the scientific feasibility, but he also managed to describe matters like the availability of raw materials, the impact on the environment, and how these materials can fit into the circular economy. He also investigated the industrial scalability. The selection committee found that the winner had done thorough research on the technological feasibility and the environmental impact. He had also managed to write up his results in a clear, readable way. Especially considering the fundamental character of his PhD research project, this is certainly a major achievement. And the winner is Erik de Vries. Gefeliciteerd.
All right. First of all, I would like to thank NWO and the assessment committee for awarding me this award. It puts my research in a very nice perspective, and I recommend it to all PhD students to also write a chapter. It's really fun to write. Besides that, I would like to thank Professor Sergio Valenzuela and my former colleagues Roald Ruiter, Sander Kamenbeek and Ludo Cornelissen for all the input they gave into this chapter and make it a prize-winning chapter. Besides that, I want to, of course, thank my supervisor, Tamalika Banerjee, and the Zurich Institute for Advanced Materials for making this research at all possible. I enjoyed all the aspects of research, and yeah, it was a very joyful experience. And at last, I would like to thank my friends, family, and my girlfriend for the endless support. This prize is also a bit for you. Thank you.
So that were the two prizes related to a thesis, and I think it's impressive to see, so it's great to see. Now we go to the third one, is the NWO Valorisation Prize. The aim of the prize is to encourage the utilization of knowledge from research in physics. NWO yearly awards a prize of €250,000 to a researcher working in the field of physics in the Netherlands that has managed to turn the results of their own research into something useful for society. With this prize and the Valorisation Chapter prize, NWO wants to stimulate a cultural change. Already as a FIDI researcher, the winner was interested in the impact that his research could have beyond his lab. This led to the valorization of his knowledge and expertise in the field of fiber top sensing. The startup Optics 11 was the result. This successful company continues to expand. He was not limited his valorization efforts to his own startup, however. As the leader and shaper of the demonstrator lab, a VU-based facility that is open to all knowledge institutions in Amsterdam, he plays an active role in spurring on entrepreneurs. This year's winner is an inspiring example. According to the jury, he is a researcher who managed to combine a successful research group with his own startup and who uses his experience to help other researchers to be more enterprising and to valorize their research. He takes valorization just as seriously as he does his research itself. And in that sense, he has become a role model. By promoting valorization and inspiring other researchers, he has a greater impact than he would have on the basis of his research alone. And the winner is Davide Lannuzzi. Thanks a lot. Congratulations. Thank you. Oh yeah.
All right. Well, I would like first of all to thank NWO for granting me this amazing award. I'm clearly speechless for being selected. This is the first time in my life, and I think also the last time in my life, that I have the opportunity to talk to 1,800 people, 800 physicists actually. And because I'm an experimental physicist, I actually decided to prepare a little experiment. And I do hope that you will all want to participate to this experiment, because I want to use it for a paper and I want to use it in the talk of tomorrow. So what I would like actually to ask you is to log into this website, www.menti.com, with your mobile. Please, everyone also on the other rooms. I mean, the higher the statistics, the better the experiment, as you know. And just enter the code 747048. And then if you never started a company, and if you are a researcher at whatever level, from master student to retired professor in physics, please answer that question. The question is, why haven't you ever started a company? It might sound like a crazy question, but please, please do answer. You will see 6 options. Pick the one that applies the best to you. While you vote, and you do that, and please do it also again in the other rooms, help me with the paper. I want to acknowledge a few people without whom I would not be here today to receive this amazing award. So I would like to thank my group and my colleagues at the Vrije Universiteit in Amsterdam and at the Technology Transfer Office ICSA, my teachers and mentors at the TIAS Business School, the amazing team of Optics 11, the students and staff who are incubating their ideas at the demonstrator lab, and the people who are supporting it, Morgan and Claypool, who bought my idea of writing a book on entrepreneurship for physicists, and all the people who read the damn book, and most importantly, my wife, who has the not so easy task to live with a nerd who likes to talk about business. So having said that, shall we see, I hope that you voted more or less, and if not, you can continue voting all night long if you wish. Shall we have a look at the results? Okay. We can do better than 500 in terms of statistics. It's extremely interesting. I was expecting actually a dominance on the left side, which actually surprises me positively very much, because actually we can work a lot on the 3, 4, 5, and 6. There is a lot that we can do to help you. So if you are in the first 2, please do come to talk to us at the incubator pop-up that we have, but I will not talk about it tomorrow in the talk. If you are in the other 4, please do come to my talk, because I will touch upon each of them with a quick hint, and hopefully that hint might be the hint that will trigger the conditions for you to start your own company in 2019. If you do it, please let me know. You will make me really happy. Thank you very much. Have a nice evening.
Sure. Yeah. Heb je...
Thank you very much, Margrethe, and congratulations to all the prize winners. And to all of you, the prize winners will give a talk about their work tomorrow morning, and you'll find the details in the program.